up in Sacktown, get you home by midnight. Make sure that your family just don't know. I'll meet you.
I want to welcome you to the latest installment of Max Muscle Presents the Invest podcast. I'm your host, the one and only, never duplicated Johnny Invest. Do me a favor and smack that subscribe button, subscribe to Invest Universal, and be notified every time we drop dope, banging content. I'm on a roll today. I'm already a podcast in. We're rocking, we're rolling. A little gray outside, but it's sunny in here. I got my next guest onto the podcast. I'm on a run, doing a lot of fitness women now. I start off with the guy. Listen, I gotta mix it up a little bit and get some ladies in here. I got my girl, IFBB, Big Hair Pro, Desiree Alfres. I get your last name right?
Yep.
On the Invest podcast, man. I've seen this girl for a while. We tried to book, schedules didn't work out. I got her in here now. Super grateful for us gracing us with her amazing presence. Des, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for the invite, and I'm glad we could link up and get in here.
It all happens to link, it all happens to work out. We're just praying everything worked out today. We got the content shoot, we got so much. I know you're hella busy, so I just want to thank you for even giving me a little bit of your time to come through here. You came through, you let me, I'm like, oh man, she made it out. Again, everyone is just so busy. Life is movers and shakers. I'm moving from here, I'm there. I mean, we were over at Gumpers the other day, right? With your aunt and all that. I mean, we had a lot of things kind of going on, popping off. So tell our guests a little bit about your story, where you're from, where you come from, things of that nature.
I mean, there's a lot to tell.
We don't have to do 2 or 3 takes on that, but tell us about where you're from.
So I grew up in Southern California.
Okay.
A little no-name town, so I always refer to Palm Springs because everyone knows where that is.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
So
I probably don't know. There's so many little cities
yes.
in SoCal.
Yep. So I grew up it's called Desert Hot Springs. It is the armpit of California, we call it.
Okay.
The ghetto.
Yeah.
So,
the hood, barrio. Got a little gritty in, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
Yep. Got that hood background.
I love
on my
it, but
own side.
it's good to have that. Then you have the other side too.
Yeah.
I think when you have a little bit of both, you're very well balanced. You see a little bit of both.
Exactly. Yeah. Palm Springs is like the good side of the tracks, and then DHS is like the other side of the tracks.
It's like here. You have Natomas. You got North Natomas, and you got South Natomas. People tell me, oh, I live in Natomas. What part?
What part?
You're in a 9583435 area. You more in a 31. Where are you actually? What part is that?
Which part? Yeah. Yeah. So I grew up in Southern California. Not the best childhood.
Yeah.
Parents were addicts. Kind of been on my own pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
So.
Both your parents were addicts?
Yes. Yeah. Mom was in and out of prison. Dad left when I was 3. I dipped out as soon as I turned 18, moved up here.
Okay.
So I moved up here for college. School was my everything. I was in sports. I was in student body. I did anything and everything to never be home. And I feel like that's kind of translated into every area of my life because I have just run this constant, to your point, I'm everywhere.
You were just at the Olympia last weekend you were there.
Yeah.
She's in Vegas.
2 weeks ago, yeah. The week before that. The week before that, work sent me to Florida.
Saw that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all over the place, just constantly go. But growing up in that kind of environment led to a lot of positivity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where my love for fitness started because I was MVP as a sophomore on my track team. I went to state. I just was very much everything I did. I invested
always been a little successful.
All of my attention, all of my efforts towards 100%. So it was 0 to 100 at everything.
You don't know another gear, do you?
No. And I feel like honestly, in order to grow and be successful in anything in life, you got to be all in. You've got to be fully invested. And it's not even your goals and your dreams can pivot at any point, but that investment has to be there. That given, you have to buy into your dreams. You have to put it all in there. And it's okay if they change. It's okay if they transform. But you got to have a dream. And I knew at 12 years old when I moved out of my mom's house, because my mom died when I was 12.
Wow.
I watched her die. I watched her overdose. I did CPR.
She died off of overdose?
Yeah, she overdosed.
You were like there around when it happened?
I did CPR until the ambulance got there, and I kept her heart beating.
Never gonna go over that.
I kept her heart beating until the ambulance got there, and I remember her going into ICU for 4 days, and I remember the day that she came out, and she instantly started drinking and popping pills again, and I said, I'm out.
Yeah.
I moved in with my little sister and her dad. I said, come get me. I'm not going to be here when she dies.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, these are my rules. No boys in my house. Don't lie. Don't steal. Do good in school. I said, done. Sold. I'm in. And I stayed there until 2 weeks after I turned 18. As soon as I turned 18, I said, I'm out.
So talk to me a little bit about not letting your past define you. Not forgetting your past, not forgetting where it is that you came from, but not letting it define you. Because I know some
But in a
people-
way it does.
Okay.
And this is something that, God, this is something that's so close to my heart. Your past will always define you, but it is how you allow it to define you.
Okay,
that
yeah,
is
I like
key.
that. I love that.
Because
I love it.
I knew, so I moved up here at 18.
Okay.
Moved in with my son's dad. And I ended up realizing I did not like him. I was here for 2.5 months.
It kind of happens sometimes.
We had a long distance relationship while I was in high school.
Oh, so you weren't living with him?
No.
And then you started living with him.
I moved in with him when I
That's
moved
a little
up
bit
here 'cause
different.
He went to UC Davis.
Things change.
And I was like,
Full time.
I really don't like the person you
Yeah.
are. But at that point I was pregnant.
Okay.
At that point I was pregnant, and I made a choice that, okay, I'm still gonna go to college. I'm still going to do the things that nobody in my life had done. I am still going to finish college.
You were a young mom. You were a young mom.
I had him at 19 years old. 2 weeks after I turned 19, I had him. And I was in college. I was in my first year of college. And I kept going. I worked 2 jobs. I was a single mom. I left my son's dad when he was 19 months old.
Hustler.
Yes. But again, my past defined that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to run home.
Positively.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go home. I wasn't going to run back to the desert because I knew that meant going back to that hellhole. That meant going back to this small place, which, don't get me wrong, there's a part of me that wants to go back home now, but for different reasons.
Okay.
But I didn't want to be in that city because I knew that the people that stayed in that city had 2 choices. You fall into what is there, which is drugs and alcohol and addiction, or you grow past it. And so I allowed that to say, no, continue going to college, don't give up. Do not give up on your dreams. And I pushed and I finished college and I raised my son. And part of that is I was not going to be a bad mom. No matter what I did, everything I did was to not be like my parents. My son has been given everything. He has been my #1 priority. I have grinded and hustled every single day to give him everything I never had. And on top of that, I have loved him with a purity, with a wholeness that he will never ever question how important he is.
I love that.
He will never question being loved. He will never feel that void of his parents not caring.
You never forgot.
No.
So
I never forgot.
So when we say your past defines you, I like the way you explained it because it can define you, but you want to have it define you the right way.
Yes.
Not define you in the negative that that basically you're like, oh my God, I've been through so much adversity. My parents weren't anything. My dad wasn't this shit, so I'm not gonna be. And no,
your past will always impact who you are. You can't erase it. You can't take your past away.
Yeah.
And that goes for the choices, even the choices you make as an adult. Like, you can let your failed marriages, you can let failed relationships, they're going to define who you are in the next chapter. Your life is an ongoing story that every chapter plays a role. And it never goes away. It doesn't. You can't erase the past. But what you can do is you learn from it, you develop from it, you grow from it, and that next chapter is better. That next chapter is better. You are constantly becoming a better version of yourself. But guess what? That person in that other chapter didn't go away. It didn't. You just grew from that chapter.
I fucking love it. Invested.
Yes.
Learn and grow. Yeah, the guy I was 10 years ago is so much different than that guy. That guy's been through so much. But I've learned from so much of what it was I've been through. So I had seen you around at shows and gyms, but I had never. One thing I knew about you from the way that you carried yourself, and I saw you before you were pro. This girl's gonna go pro. Then after you went pro, you had good energy, but I knew you had a story. I knew you had been through some stuff. I knew you were a strong woman, and I knew there was a story.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? One day, don't know when, me and this woman are gonna sit down and we're gonna talk a little bit about her life, her story, what she's been through. Because I don't know what she's been through, but I'm good at reading people. She's been through some stuff. Because I see the way you push yourself, you grind in the gym, bodybuilding, because it is so mental, not just to compete, but to become a pro.
Yeah. Yep. I started, honestly, I fell into bodybuilding. I didn't, like, I didn't know anything about it. And I was running Spartan races, and I couldn't do any of the upper body stuff. My upper body strength was just non-existent.
Yeah.
And so I started really focusing on that, like, okay, I want to do better in these races. And because the first one I did, I went, again, I'm 0 to 100. First one I did, I decided I was going to do the 13.5 miles.
Yeah, one of the big ones. Different
I'm
levels
not
of them.
do this little 5K. Like, I'm going all in. And
I love it.
I couldn't do any of the upper body stuff, and it brought my time down. I still finished in the top 30 contenders in that race, and I was like, if I could do some of that upper body stuff, I could drop my time. I could be in the top 10. The top 10 of that.
And you wanted to be in the top 10. You're a competitor. You weren't showing up for 30th.
No.
30th's not bad, but you weren't showing up for that.
Well, that was when they first started. And they were doing, like, if you win a race or you're in the top 10, you get to go to Hawaii. You had to
I remember when they first started. I remember when they first started Spartan.
And I was like, I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I started training, and that's when people started saying, like, oh, are you doing a show? Are you doing a show? And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, the bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
And in my mind, all I thought about was the big buff women that you see in, like, the old school women bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't look like that.
Yeah. Things have changed.
And then they showed me Dana Lynn Bailey. That was the year she won the Olympia.
Yeah.
And this was 2014. And then Nicole Wilkins. Wilkins was the figureless Olympia.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm kind of like an odd blend between the two of those women.
Yeah.
And they don't look like men. I can try that.
Yeah.
So I did a crash cut, didn't know what I was doing. I hired a local poser like 2 weeks out from the show. I did 2 posing sessions.
Right. Yeah.
And I stepped on stage and I was like, I like this.
Okay.
So I turned around, I reverse dieted. That was in November of 2014. Reverse dieted, enjoyed Thanksgiving, and then I started prep before Christmas for the Governor's Cup in 2015.
Yeah, because I did you back in the day, you trained like a 24 back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I used to see you back in the day a couple times, maybe here.
I trained here, I trained at the one downtown. So my first
that's when I saw you at Sunrise a time or two. So you know how I know?
Joseph.
And the hair.
Yeah.
I see you doing cardio and stuff like that. And I was like, I see you years later. I'm like, I remember seeing her at 24 back in the day. Now she's pro.
I used to work in Rancho, but I also, so going into that first real show in, I call it my first real show because the first one was
Is Joseph the one that owns the gym?
So he doesn't own a gym. He works at Self-Made.
Okay,
He's the head trainer.
Yeah, got it.
He was my first personal trainer. He was a friend of mine. He actually used to work at this full-time
I remember he might have been a manager at some point in one of them. Okay, wow, back in the day.
He grew through all of the 24s.
I remember.
But I hired him and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to get better. And so I started training legs with him twice a week.
Okay.
And then he linked me up with Ryan, who gave me this pamphlet, and like it was reading a book about nutrition and like prep.
Yeah.
And so I linked up with him, and then he linked me up with a dietitian or someone who did my diet for me. She was awesome. Her name was Hala. She was just absolutely just the sweetest person. But so she did my nutrition. Joe helped me with training, and then Ryan gave me this book to read. And between the three of them,
You have a little team.
I did my first real prep. And
Real one, yeah.
First real prep.
Yeah.
I hired Kristen for posing more. I worked on my posing with her. And I did Governor's Cup and I qualified for nationals.
Wow.
So then I turned around and did my first nationals right away. And I was like, I can go pro in this.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And at that point, it became a goal.
God.
And it took me 4 years. I did a show, and then I would go to the USA's. I did a show. Every single year, I took third place.
Damn.
Top 2 get your pro card. So I was on the verge of quitting.
You were just right. I mean, you were just one.
I was
you were
right there.
So all the times you did, you were like third. Mm-hmm. So it's the top 2. You're like right there. But the hard thing about that is in bodybuilding, it's like the third place from the second place.
It's brutal. It is brutal.
You look, and it's so subjective because I'll see people and they'll get third. I'm like.
And
I'm looking at everything.
For the first time in my life, wanted to quit. And Latoria Watts came backstage at that USA's and said, "You look like a pro on an amateur stage. Do not quit. Go again." And I forever will be so grateful to her because I turned around 6 weeks later and I did the Amateur Olympia the first year they held the Amateur Olympia.
Yeah.
And that's where I got my pro card. And I walked around the expo after I finished my show or not the expo, it was the meet and greet.
Okay.
So I walked around the meet and greet and I had people coming up to me taking pictures with me.
Yeah.
And
this is when you took third.
This was when I actually got my pro card. I got it at the Amateur Olympia, and it was on a Wednesday, and then the meet and greet was Thursday. So I'm walking around this meet and greet.
You gotta feel on top of the world, girl, because finally.
I just got my pro card.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get signatures and meet the pros, because I'm like,
you're all seeing all them there.
And I'm like, standing next to them like, I will be here. I will be here. I will be doing this, but I will be the one on the other side of that table. And so it is, I haven't closed that circle yet. I've come this close.
Yeah.
I've taken top 3. When they did do the point system, I was top 5 in points
Just
one year.
Fucking quit.
But not going to. I finally took a year off and I came back this year, and it wasn't my best season. Learned a lot. But next year I will be at the Olympia.
It's time, and you're gonna go for it. And I believe that you will. Your mindset is just so strong. You work your ass off and you work hard, and it seems like you take the things that happen to you and they fuel you and they create this monster. But for success, though, I think that's the difference. Your story, along with others, is so inspirational because people. I talk to people all the time. They get down in their life. I had this happen, I have that happen. I explain to them the things that I've gone through. Yeah. And these things, they're hard. Life gets you down, but learn from and grow.
It's okay to get down.
It is.
It is.
I've learned it's actually okay to cry.
100%.
As a man.
Yeah,
and I talked to this in the high school, right? I talked about this in the high school with the kids. I do a little mentorship over there. And I said for 30 plus years of my life, I never cried.
Really? At all?
Well, at funerals.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Worse, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I was afraid to cry in public, around anybody, around my children, around my spouse. So I just kept it in. Because when I was a kid, my childhood, I don't want to say how old are you? I'm in my 40s.
I'm in my late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up old school, maybe like kind of old, right? So I grew up, for the man, you had to hold everything. Mm-hmm. You didn't complain, you didn't show anything, but it kind of made me be kind of like emotionless toward others. When I see others that are sad, I'm like crying. But once I started learning how to deal with my emotions and talk about them, and even crying a little bit about some things that have bothered me for many, many years, I started to grow. I started to improve, and I realized, like you, I said, you know what? The past, it can define me, but it's going to define me positively.
Yeah.
That's the way I move, the way I live my life, and how I kind of like talk to others. But not everybody is at that point yet where they're able to use that as fuel, because they're just so down. They're feeling sorry for themselves. And one thing I realize is the world's a kind of a tough place. Mm-hmm. And nobody's going to give you like any like sympathy. Fair. Hey, here you go, because you went through this. I'm going to give you a sympathy card today. It just doesn't work that way.
Nothing in life is free. Nothing comes easy.
So you got to push, you got to fight, you got to learn, you got to grow. I have like a growth mindset where I'm always, if I'm not learning anything, I'm idle. I don't like that. I like to be pushing, like to be learning, like to be growing.
Yeah.
Like in my life, it's like I'll do one course, I want to learn something else.
Yeah.
What's next? What's this?
Yeah.
Even for me, for the business, the brand, the business I start, people are like, why are you doing that? You already have a successful career.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I'm just
Same.
You make money, you're good to go. I'm like, dude, I'm not. It's not.
It's
For
not
me,
about
it's
the
not.
money.
Dude, people like us, right? Like you do shows, right? And people are like, man, bodybuilding costs a lot.
It does.
Like I'm good now. You're
my
pro.
dad has called it a very expensive hobby
That's
since
good.
I started.
You got some sponsors now. Being pro is definitely some perks of that, but there's still expenses with that. Travel, things of that nature. Supplement. I mean, it's a lot. Time.
Yeah,
and you're never gonna make that.
I've been so blessed with Max Muscle being behind me since.
Shout out Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy's. I was actually telling someone who was in here earlier. Leroy's been with me since 2017.
Leroy's a good guy.
He has been with me since 2017 before I even went pro.
Wow, he believed in you before.
He knew I was going to go pro.
He didn't hop on the pro wagon after you were pro. He knew.
And my suit sponsor, like those are the two that I've linked up with, and she's been with me for 5 years now.
Wow.
And I bought my first suit from her, and she's like, "We're gonna go to the Olympia, so like, let's go."
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love Allison, and the people that are with me are genuinely just amazing human beings. And same, like Joe, he's been with me since the beginning. He's been my trainer. And even when I get in that part of prep where I'm like, I need to push, if I call him, he's there.
Yeah.
And it's something about the people that you surround yourself with, having that core group of just people who believe in you as much as you believe in yourself.
That's so important.
So important.
Having a good group and a good team around you. But let's go back to like purpose. Like I tell people, I'm like, for me, it's not all about, like I said, about the money.
Yeah.
I make some money off the things I do, but it's more like I could have a job that pays me $300,000. I would still be going after these things.
Yep.
Because it's about my purpose. It's my calling in life.
Yes.
It's my legacy.
Yeah.
When you're building your legacy, how you're gonna be remembered.
Yeah.
And man, girl, people when I talk to people about you, like Leroy, other competitors, they talk about how like humble you are, like how like they're like, damn, you have a good reputation. Not everybody has that. Like you're super like solid. You seem like you're people centric. You have like really great energy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you at a opposing seminar way back at Iron Addiction, and my homegirl Elisa was like, "Wow, I met her. She was super cool. She's super solid and humble. Like, and you don't have it all the time, but that's just." Talk to me a little bit about staying grounded, because you're very successful.
Thank you.
And being successful, sometimes.
I'm a human, and I think, becoming a pro was a goal. Achieving that status, it's to me, it's just a title. Okay. All it does is it allows me to compete on a stage. I look at these other women and I'm in awe of the sport.
Yeah.
And I don't think, and I think maybe it is in part because of where I come from.
Yeah.
Nothing makes anybody better than anybody else.
Okay, I love that.
And everybody's going through shit. Everybody has a past. Everybody has experiences.
Yeah.
And so for me, I do this sport because I love it.
Yeah.
I coach people. I train people. I do in-person training. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I go to the gym. I train my clients in the morning. I go home, get ready, go to work. After work, I train people. And then I train myself. And because I want to give back, I want to help people, I want to inspire people, I want to motivate people. But at the end of the day, that fills me. That fills my cup. So these posing seminars that I do them for free. I give my time because I want to help other people. I want to inspire other people to do something and be more.
You
strike
me as an S personality type. This is very supportive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely love seeing other people smile. I love seeing other people get excited about things. And if I can change someone else's day, like my day is better.
Yeah.
And to your point, having that purpose, like, do I think my corporate career is my purpose? Absolutely not. I actually just enrolled in a class. I'm trying to get some prereqs done. I'm going to go back and get my master's degree in diet. I'm becoming a registered dietitian.
Love it.
Because as much as I love bodybuilding, there's a part of me that wants to impact other people that aren't bodybuilders.
Right, yeah.
People that are struggling to lose weight so that they can get a surgery. You know what I mean? There's so much more. Like, I want to have an impact in other people's life.
Yeah.
I want to positively help people. And I know that my purpose is bigger than just bodybuilding. But it is part of the engine that is taking me to that next level in life.
You're speaking my absolute language, and I want to see you get that, because for you as like a dietitian, you would come at it from such a different angle than average, because it's not just book.
It's a science experiment. Everybody, like, learning your body, learning the food, learning that aspect. Yeah. But it's like, I have a couple people that I'm working with right now that are just trying to lose weight and yes, but reframing everybody's mindset around food is so important. You know, people think, oh, no carbs, no sugar. It's like getting people to understand that this is such a science project, and like the wholeness that food is. Like, food is it is so much more. It's your whole body's
your car.
It's your body's fuel. Like, it's the oil. It's what you put in your body is everything.
Absolutely.
And restricting it, like, I think that's part of it. Like, people restrict their food, and it's like, no, you gotta learn it. You gotta understand it. Yeah. Because it's good for you. Food is good for you. And everybody has this horrible mindset, like, oh, I need to lose weight. I need to cut food. And it's like, no. What you need to do is you probably need to eat more. Yeah. You probably need more food, more fuel, more. You need more. And that's one of my biggest goals, is to just help people that have this negative food problem.
Reprogram
it. It's such a mindset shift, but to be able to share that with people that need it. It's that's my next goal. And then to your point, like, working with youth. Working with more people that come from where I come from, and helping them see that there's more.
I love it. I do some mindset coaching with my buddy out there in Woodland. We do. I didn't pick the regular high school. I picked the challenge youth. So I'm working with the high schoolers that are 16 and 17, and they're on the fence. I let life can go either way for them. And I'm able to explain it to them. I'm able to get them, even though I'm like 20 plus years older than them, because I was them. I was on the fence at one point in time of where I was going to go in my life, and I made a choice.
And I think that's so important, because like, even like, my older sister and I are 11 months and 18 days apart. We're not even a year apart.
Wow.
We live two polar opposite lives. Because again, to your point, when you're on that fence, it's one way or the other. Those that aren't making that choice, isolating you. It's that fear, because we all want to be a part of something. We all want to belong.
Absolutely.
And when you come from that, that's all you know how to belong
That's
in.
it.
And it's okay to be the lone wolf. It's okay to be the black sheep. It's okay to make a different choice. They just got to have the courage, and they've got to have people behind them supporting them to make that encouraging.
So I have my son who just became a United States Marine, been in boot camp.
Congratulations.
Thank you. His life was going a certain way at some point in time, hanging around certain kids. You know, we sat down and we talked about the recipe. What are you trying to cook? Because you got this in, and gangbang, and guns, and drugs, and fake money in. That's what's going in your pot. What's that cake that's coming out? What do you want to cook? Okay, let's start putting some healthy, good ingredients in that pot. I'll help you with that. But just remember, whatever you're putting in, whoever you're hanging out with, those are all the ingredients that are going into that pot. So don't tell me this is what you want to do. You got this going into the pot. We whiteboarded that. We started talking. I break it down practical. Let's talk about the recipe. What cake do you want to bake? What is it you want? That's the way I coach. I'm very like, hey, what are the goals? What's going on today? What's going on yesterday?
That's making it.
Who are you hanging out with? What do you watch? What do you do in your free time? All right, we're going to assess this. Now, the equation I come out with doesn't mean you're bad, but it's just giving you clarity that you might need to make some changes. Same thing goes with fitness, working out, bodybuilding. We have a goal. Everyone wants to be in shape.
Yep.
Everyone wants to look good, right?
What you eat.
What we doing?
What you eat, what you train, how you train, all of it.
And that's tough for people because it all matters. It all goes into that. But I like it how you're coming at this too. We're going to educate people about food because again, people need reprogramming because their frame is all fucked up.
Yes.
It's all fucked up because of media.
Yep.
You know, again, they're pitching shit.
All
They want
these
you to go
fad
get
diets.
diets and shit. They want you. You know, the supplement industry is so
Yeah.
big, liposuction, surgery, and all that.
Peptides now,
oh my
all
god!
that
Right.
stuff. Yep.
But the thing about the peptides is
They can be
they don't-
beneficial.
Yeah, but they don't fix. They can be beneficial to someone with the right mindset and
Education.
understanding and the right relationship with food.
Yes. Yep.
But somebody feels I'm going to take something and it's going to be good, and the relationship with food is never good. That's always fucked up.
Yep.
People know how to lose weight off of crazy fucking diets, but since a lot of people don't have a healthy relationship with food and never able to stay up, a
Right
relationship with
back,
food
yeah.
is fucked up. Oh, I'm going to go low carb. You can do it forever.
No, that's metabolic damage.
Then when you start trying to put that shit back in your body's know what to fucking do with it. Okay, I'm gonna fucking cut all sugars out for a fucking New Year's.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the New Year's
Yep.
resolution bullshit. Because that's coming.
It is.
It doesn't have to be bullshit, but it's the way we approach it. Because I don't like the fact we're starting first of the year.
every day is a new day. So
Let today be your new. Let your new.
Yeah, why New Year's? Why New Year's? Every day is a new day. Every day you have the option to make choices.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes to your food, that goes to your diet, that goes to your training, that goes to if you're in a toxic relationship. Every single day you have a choice, and that choice impacts the future. It's not about New Year's. It's not about, oh, it's a new year, new me. No, no, you're still you.
Yeah.
So make your choices every single day. When you wake up, sit with yourself for a minute. Just take a few moments and sit with yourself. And you program that day. You set that day. You set your intentions. You set your goals every single day. It's a new day.
I feel this time we just had, we've had a real life conversation. A real life.
Sorry, this is honestly, I think I've done maybe 2 podcasts and then
I absolutely love the energy, the realness, the rawness. It ain't fake. I try not to do that on my show. I tell my guests, share what you want to share. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's tell the guest our story. There's someone that's gonna see this, that you're gonna hear this, and they're gonna say, I fucking needed that.
Good.
I needed to hear that help push me
I
and
hope they
pull
do.
me out of the dumps.
I hope they do.
Like for me, I was at Walmart one time, and I smiled at a lady. And she had just lost a close loved one.
Oh,
And she told me, baby, your smile helped me today.
I love that.
I seen her energy and I just smiled at her. Like, damn, I could sprinkle a little
People
bit of
need
that
that.
on her and
People
just
need
smile at
that.
her.
Yeah.
I try not to frown at people.
Yeah.
Anyone it seems like they're kind of nice, I smile at them.
Anybody that looks at me, I smile at.
And it
You
brightens
make
up the
eye
day. I've
contact
had
with
my
me at
day.
any
I've had
shape,
someone
yeah.
smile at me in the store. I'm having a bad day. I'm like, damn, that just helped my day get better. Definitely, we're definitely gonna run it again. We got more to unpack. We haven't unpacked it all. We got good vibe, good energy. We have to host an episode together. It's your boy Johnny and Desiree. Shout out your social channel if you want to get in touch with your coaching,
Yes.
things of that nature. How can they find you?
Instagram, Desi1388 _ IFBB Pro.
Nice.
Anybody that needs support, anybody that needs encouragement, anybody that just needs someone to talk to. Yes, I do coach, but I am always here. I am always available. I respond to my DMs. To your point, I am very humble. I am not unapproachable.
That's a difference.
Come talk to me.
love it.
People that just need somebody, that need positivity in their life. Come talk to me.
You got it. Desiree Alfres, IFBB Figure Pro. Your boy Johnny Invest. We're out.